Very good morning to all of you. I hope you are doing great. So as we are continuing with Linux, let me begin today. Today video is going to be very interesting because we will be learning a lot of stuff in Linux. First thing, what are software repositories? What are package manager and package management on Ubuntu Linux and package management on CentOS Linux. So before beginning, let us understand why package management is needed in Linux. So assume you have assume you have a Linux machine. So one case is you have a Linux machine and another case you have Windows machine. So I assume this is your Windows and let us understand this is your Linux. Now, whenever you have to install any software in Windows, what you do? You will just go to a particular website or particular website, and then what you will do? You will just download the software from there through the UI. So what you will be using? You will be using the UI, and from UI you will be downloading it on your system, and then on double click you will be installing that particular software in Windows. But in Linux you are using on command prompts or CLI. So how exactly you can do that? It's really difficult, right? Because you don't know how I can use the UI and how I can download it. So for this purpose, like any software which you want to install here in this Linux systems, you have a place, and that place is like a source repository or central repo for Linux. So what you can do, you can download on this system from this Linux central repo. But now how installation will happen? In Windows system, you just do double click and you install it. But in Linux, we have the package managers. Package managers are something similar, like in your banks, you have fund managers. In an organization, you have like your managers who is managing the team. Similar way, for managing your softwares, you have a package manager. So now we'll see how exactly the packages can be managed and installed in your Linux box. So first thing is you have software repositories, as I told. So you have a centralized storage location, and what you will do, Linux system will retrieve, install and update the applications using this centralized software location, and it will have compiled packages in accordance with OS distribution, like either it's Ubuntu, Red Hat or CentOS. Any systems. So it will have the compiled list of packages stored in the centralized storage location. From there you can download and install. Now we have package manager and package. So what is package manager? Package manager is a tool which allow user to download, install, uninstall or upgrade software packages. So in Linux system, you have a package manager which will help you to do installation, uninstallation, download, upgrade. All these tasks can be done through the package manager. Now, all Linux distribution, either you have Ubuntu, CentOS or any other distribution, they will have their own package manager tools. So it depends on the operating system flavors. It will have their own package management tool. So package contains all the necessary files, metadata and instruction to implement a software application on system. So the package, why it's named as package? Package means it's a bundle of files, metadata information and instructions to implement particular software inside your system. Now, for example, consider coffee as a package. So entire coffee package will have instruction manual on how to prepare coffee, metadata such as milk, coffee powder and sugar. Also coffee vending machine is like a package manager tool which allow you to prepare the package. So now you can understand. You have a coffee manager machine, right? Or coffee vending machine. That vending machine exactly help you to prepare coffee. Similar way, we have package manager in Linux which help you to manage your packages or install your packages. Suppose now if I am talking about Ubuntu systems, Ubuntu is like one of the open source operating system, means it is freely available in market. So if I talk about the Ubuntu package management, you can configure software repository on Ubuntu systems. And where to configure? You will have etc apt sources.list and etc apt sources.list.d. In this place, all the sources will be defined. So now understand what all important things we have. Repository name and its description. Main, officially supported software, free and open source. So there will be one main repository where all the officially supported software, either it's open source or free softwares, will be available. Universe, community maintained software not officially supported. So there will be one repository universe where community maintained software which are not officially supported. Restricted, supported software that is not available under a completely free license. And then you will have multiverse, software restricted by copyright or legal issues. So these will be the type of repository where you can get your softwares. Now, in sources list, you can do cat sources list. So let us do all things practically. First, I am logged into a Linux command prompt. Now, in this Linux, my first task is to know which flavor of operating system I am using. So you have a command called cat /etc star release. This will show you which release version or what software. So here if you see distribution ID is Ubuntu, means this is Ubuntu software or Ubuntu operating system. Its distribution release is 22.04 and it's a Jammy codename and other details. Now you know your operating system. Next you do cd/etc and then where we talked here. So we talked etc/apt. So etc/apt and then here let us see what all files are available. So here you can see sources.list is there. If you do cat sources.list, you will see lot of sources are mentioned here. So here if you see, you have Debian, Jammy Man, restricted softwares as I was taking, Universal, we were talking about these. So these sources are defined here. And apart from that, you have one folder also, sources.list directory. You can go inside the sources.list directory and you can see if you have something here. So you will see droplet agent list because this is one of the package maintained by the droplet. Droplet is like one of the virtual machine which I have created on Digital Ocean. So if the agent related to them, this is mentioned here inside the sources.list. So now you understood, inside your sources list file, you will have main type of repository, universe, restricted and multiverse. Main type of repository is like all the open source free softwares. Universe is like community maintained software which is not officially supported. Restricted is like supported software that is not available under a completely free license, and multiverse is which is restricted by copyright or legal issues. Now when I do sources.list, I can do cat sources, oh sorry, let us go one back, and then here we can type cat sources.list and then you can do grep -v and then we can try to find grep-v and then with hash. Let us see. So you see all these are like restricted, main restricted, universe, multiverse, all the types of repository which we are talking about. And if you do again grep -i means ignore the case and then type main, then you will see these are the main software restricted ones like restricted, multiverse and restricted. So this way you can see all the list of software types which is maintained in sources.list file. Now you understood where the repositories are maintained and what are different type of repositories available in the Linux machines. And this, especially we are talking about Ubuntu, the path will be different, either it's CentOS or Red Hat, but the concept is almost same for any type of operating system which belongs to the Linux family. Now, you see here one software like Dev S3TP Archive, Ubuntu, Bionic, Main, Restricted. Here you see. So this is like the digital ocean. So that's why they have mentioned the digital ocean related. But accordingly, it will be mentioned. Then this denotes that this repo contains binary or precompiled packages. So dev is denoting that it contains binaries and precompiled packages. And then this is the location on the internet. And this is like the release version, which is Ubuntu in our case. And then this is section names or components. Now, you can even add your custom repositories. Like you don't want to use any of these existing repository, then you can add your custom repository. How to add Jenkins repository to our Linux system, which is not available as part of Ubuntu official release. So first, you have to step one is import the public key used by package management system. So what we are doing, wget -q -o, and then this is the Jenkins key which we are adding in our Linux box. So first step is add the public key used by the package management system. Then you can add the repository with add apt repository command. So add apt repository dev, and this is the path. And then step 3 is update the repository. Run the following command which reload the database for local package on all repository. So apt-get update. And then next we can do apt-get install Jenkins. So let us try it practically. First thing is apt-get install Jenkins. So let us see. So in our case, what error we got? Package Jenkins has no installation candidate. Means our package manager is not able to find it because Jenkins repository is missing here. Now, first step is what to do here. So our first step is to do this wget. Wget is command to download this key, and we are adding the key using sudo apt key add. So once you do this, what is happening? It is telling okay. So now this key is added. What is the next step? Update your repository with the repo link now. So here let us run the add key command. So second is add apt repository. So we have done this adding of repository. Now repository adding is in progress. Let us wait for a second and it will be completed quickly. So once your repository addition is done, then next step is apt-get update. What this command is doing, update the repositories, run the following command which reload the database for local package on all the repositories. So apt-get and then update command. So this will update all the repositories. So you can see even for the Jenkins repository, it is updating. And then in the last, we can try with the command apt-get install Jenkins. So apt-get install Jenkins. Okay, so we got again same error because here if you see, it told that package Jenkins, the following signature does not verify because the public key is not available. So whatever the public key I tried to add here was not available. So we got the error. But on the overall concepts, I wanted to explain you how to add a new repository. So first you have to get the public key, then add the repository link, and then apt-get update the details, and then finally you can install that particular package. So suppose in our case, I want to get the latest key. So install Jenkins on Ubuntu systems. So we can see how I can get the repository. So if I go here and then it is telling Debian or Ubuntu. So get here and let us use the latest Jenkins key. So I can copy all the commands and then we can run at one go. So let us run. So here you see first wget, we are downloading the key, then we are echoing this, and then after that we are adding the package details and updating everything. So let us see this time if it works. We are able to set up Jenkins on this system or not. And once it works, you can easily understand the complete concept, like how we can add any new repository, how we can download and install any softwares. So it is asking me to cancel. I cancelled it already. And now if you see, Jenkins is already installed in our system. So if you do systemctl status Jenkins, it is already, yeah, it is failed. That's okay. But yeah, Jenkins is already there. So you can see, and you can type Jenkins, and you can see Jenkins failed to find because Java was not installed. But yeah, Jenkins is now available in our system. We have to install Java to make it working. But I just wanted to show you as a demo how to add a new repository and then install a particular kind of software in your Linux box. So I hope this is conceptually clear now. Now, once you understood adding a custom repository, you have to understand what all commands I have used there. So apt is called Advanced Package Tool. So apt is a subset of apt-get and apt-cache command used for easy interaction with dpkg packaging system. And apt-get, it is a CLI tool for handling packages using the apt library. And dpkg is tool to install, build, remove and manage Debian packages from a .deb file. So the dpackage is a tool to install, build, remove from any Debian packages, and these Debian packages is mainly used in the Ubuntu kind of systems. So apt-get purpose is apt-get install and apt-get remove. Suppose I want to remove now, so apt-get remove Jenkins, and you can see now Jenkins is getting removed from my system. So apt-get install and apt-get remove. So removing Jenkins, here you see Jenkins was removed. Now, if you have the CentOS system, like this was Ubuntu, if you have CentOS system, the place to configure software repository on CentOS is etc yum.repos.d directory. The name of file must end with .repo extension. Adding custom repository on a CentOS Linux. Here we will add EPEL extra package manager for enterprise Linux repository to our Linux system. So first you have to do yum search EPEL release, yum info EPEL release, yum install -y EPEL release, and yum is a tool provided by package management in CentOS. Like you are having apt, here you have yum, and the concept is same, only the path is different. There it was etc sources.list.d directory, and here etc/yum.repos.d directory, and the name of file must end with .repo extension. So I hope you understood how to manage packages in CentOS and Ubuntu systems. Now, once you understand this, then we have to understand the file system in Linux. So Linux file system follows a tree-like hierarchical structure starting at the root. It consists of directories, subdirectories, and data files. The root directory is where all other directories and files on the system reside and is designated by a forward slash. So let us verify. In Linux, there is a command called df to check all the disks and directories. So if you see, there is a path called slash, that is root. So this root path will contain the binary, will contain /etc folder, /sbin, /user, /var. So let us try. If you do pwd, right now I have to go to this path, and then let us do ls-ltr. And if you see, you have the binary, you have sbin and var folder, sys folder, dev, opt, boot, etc. All these type of folders are available in this root directory. Now, what is /home? So if you see, here we have /home. This home directory contains your personal configuration files. Then you have /bin and /sbin. So /bin and slash sbin. Bin is short for binary, basic programs and binaries, and sbin is short for system binary. Executable programs are essential for system configurations, maintenance, and administrative tasks. Similar way, you have slash usr. If you see, you will have slash usr. It belongs to user applications. It contains all user level binaries, their documentation, library, header files, etc. Slash etc. System wide configurations are stored here. Slash opt. This is where manually installed software reside. Slash snap. Snap packages are self-contained packages that does not depend on any another packages dependency or libraries. These are self-managed or self-contained packages. And then you have slash lib. You have lib like lib 32, lib 64. So lib stands for library. These are library file directories. These library files are programs that are shared among other binary applications. So I hope you understood the structures. So Linux file system will start with the root directory, and in the root you will have slash home, slash bin, slash user, slash etc, slash opt, slash snap, slash lib. These kind of directories which I have shown you here. Similar way, you have slash var. Var stands for variable. This directory contains variables like system logging files, mail and printed spool directories, and many other files. Slash media. This is where your OS automatically mount your external removable devices. Similar way, slash mnt. This is where you can mount external devices manually. So you will have like slash mnt media, then slash boot. You see slash boot is there. So this is where bootloader lives. It contains a static bootloader, kernel, executable and configuration file required to boot a computer. So whenever the computer is starting up, it will read slash boot folder and then it will start. Similar way, slash sys, this is where you can interact with kernel. Slash dev, this file allow application program to interact to your hardware devices. So this file will help to interact to hardware devices. And inside proc stands for process. On this directory you can find pseudo files containing information about system processes and resources. So slash proc contains all the pseudo files containing information about system processes and resources. Similar way, you have run. Linux distribution have included this directory as a temporary file systems which stores RAM runtime data. So you will have slash run where RAM runtime data is stored, slash temp where applications store temporary files, slash root. This is the directory for super user. So if you have slash root directory, this will contain the super user permissions for the admin related stuff. SRV is a service directory. If you are running a web server, you can store site specific data in this folder. And CD-ROM, this is legacy directory to mount a CD-ROM. So I hope you understood package management and Linux file system. That's it for today's video. Tomorrow again, we are going to learn more details about Linux. Stay tuned. Thank you so much guys for giving your valuable time.